Oh man, so as a lot of you know, Polkadot and ChainLink form decent parts of my portfolio, and they're two projects which I vouch for a very long time. I've been continuing to dollar cost average into those projects, and in this video I'm going to share with you the price levels which I expect Polkadot and ChainLink can hit. We'll also take a look at Polygon, MATIC as well, which you guys know I add into this trio of solid projects which I continue to monitor. Yes, the price on all three of these have been significantly damaged to the downside. They've leaked pretty badly all the way to lows, and these are levels at which I continue to dollar cost average in well before Bitcoin broke from its trend. I was adding in those positions, and the reason for those is the belief I have in the projects. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the levels I think they can achieve within 2022 given a tailwind, and we're going to look at the key levels and what I'm doing with those projects. If you appreciate that, make sure you hit up the like button, make sure you're subscribed. If you like my perspective, these videos are brought to you by my very own course member live stream. So yes, if you want to consider joining our new course member live streams, hit the link below in the pinned comment to head into our Discord server. From there, you'll find out instructions on how to get yourself set up in our members only course streams. There, you'll be able to ask me questions on your favorite TA. You'll be able to ask me questions on how to do certain patterns or charts. You'll be able to ask me questions on tokenomics, on fundamentals of a coin. What coins am I looking at? Which ones are you looking at? We can discuss psychology and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. The only thing I can't help you with is relationship advice. So let's get straight into the charts. And as you can see here, let's start off with we'll go with Polygon first, right? We'll go with Polkadot first. Let's go with Polkadot. And as you can see, we were monitoring this for a very long time here on Polkadot, and we were forming this huge cup and handle pattern here on the daily chart, and things were looking pretty good. We broke out from our pattern. We started heading towards our technical target, which tied in with the 1272 Fibonacci level at about $60. However, at the point of about 55, we saw Bitcoin started taking a hike to the downside. Markets were losing it. Stock markets were suffering. And we trimmed ourselves all the way down here. Now, where we saw is Polkadot managed to build some strength around this level at 15. It didn't need to fall all the way to zero retracement, which we saw for many other coins. Had to go all the way down to its zero level, a full retracement back to 2021 levels in summer when Bitcoin hit 29. Polkadot managed to create that higher low, similar to how Bitcoin did. So we had Bitcoin at 29 and then created a higher low at about 32, right? It didn't go as low as it did in summer. But what we're seeing here is a similar thing here on Polkadot. Now, the interesting thing for me and the standout message here from Polkadot is this project right now, is it fair that it's valued at a price similar to July 2020? Has the project advanced since then? And we know since then, Polkadot has done a huge thing in launching their parachains, having their first successful auctions, and fulfilling the objective of their white paper. If that is not huge, and if that's not a reason for a project to really start to climb, then I don't know what is. And we know that the reason this has happened to the downside is not because of Polkadot. This was a whole market phenomenon. You could not find returns anywhere. If you went to stocks, no. If you went to commodities, you were struggling. If you went to bonds, you were struggling. It was just a tough market. Real estate, you were struggling. So this is a symptom of the wider economy and the things the economy had to go through. Now, interestingly, we're starting to see that inflection point. We saw the first rate hike on the 16th of March, and we see the market starting to feel confident. That is why we're seeing Bitcoin try to start moving itself to the upside. And if we can, then our question is, where can Polkadot realistically achieve at the end of the year? And my first thing, as always, is we got to get back to all-time highs. So the first challenge is, can we get back to about $52 here at our all-time highs? What was the absolute high? I think it was 53, was it? 55. 55.09 at our highs here on Polkadot. Can we go and achieve that? The next thing we then want to look at is my longer-term technical target is sitting here. I'm sitting here at 74.14. That is my Fibonacci target at the 1.618 golden level. That's where we want to get to. Okay, that's the level I want to keep an eye out here for Polkadot. There's no reason we can't do that. And sitting here from 22, which is where we're at right now, that would indicate at least that's more than a triple up here, right? It's almost a 3.5x here on Polkadot. So a big potential move here to the upside on a project, by the way. This is not a small project. This is a project that's been around, done it, proven itself. It's a great fundamental project. And for you to get a 3x here on Polkadot, I think is actually quite conservative. There's no reason that if Bitcoin wants to start working its way to $100,000 and beyond, some people are suggesting it could, then there's no reason Polkadot in that instance, in that eventuality, couldn't go do a 5x from here, even up to a 7, 8x from here on Polkadot. Those are the levels I'm looking at here for Polkadot. Moving on to ChainLink, similar story, right? Similar story, but as you can see, Polkadot was one of those that came all the way down and even slightly below July low, right? So for whatever reason, the market was saying, we're not just going to treat you the same as Bitcoin. We're going to give you a little bit more of a beating than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin didn't create its lower low than July, but ChainLink did. Okay, so what we need from ChainLink is we're going to need some more work from ChainLink. This wasn't the strongest of patterns. Remember when we were monitoring the cup and handle here to the upside? Polkadot got the breakout because they made some progress with its parachains before coming down, right, with the wider market. But this was struggling to break out, and it went straight down before it could break out from its cup and handle pattern. So the levels for me for ChainLink are, one, can we get to all-time highs at about 52.66? That's the first point. And then my Fibonacci target is sitting at $77 here on ChainLink. Okay, so $77 here on ChainLink. Let's do that as a multiple. 77 over about, let's do that over, we're about trading at 17 right now. You're looking at a 4.5x here just to get to our Fibonacci level. And again, Bitcoin wants 100x and ChainLink does things the right way, then there's no reason you can't have more than a 4.5x. You could have a 5 to 8x here on ChainLink. Again, another solid project, the de facto data oracle play. But they need to do more partnerships, and they need to get their message out there a bit more, I think. There's not a lot of hype. YouTubers aren't covering ChainLink. It's just a solid project. dApp developers will know. If you speak to a dApp developer and say, you're building out a dApp and you want a data feed to come into your smart contract, what are you using? The first answer is ChainLink, right? The first answer is ChainLink, and that is just how it is. ChainLink need to continue. They need to continue building out their fundamentals, which they're doing. Continue to build out your integrations and your partnerships. But it'd be good if they had some sort of figurehead. It'd be good if they had somebody just addressing the media and getting some of that influencer campaigns and getting people talking about it a bit more. That would really help, because this is not a layer one solution, right? It's a data oracle play. So naturally it struggles to get its narrative. It rarely is there a narrative of, oh, look, let all the data oracle plays start running now. You do get that for layer ones and then layer twos and then gaming and then NFTs. See those narratives playing out. But ChainLink can sometimes get forgotten in people's portfolios. Not in mine though. Now, the last one to look at is Polygon MATIC, and again, a layer 2 solution. And there's a few things interesting here for Polygon that's slightly different from the other two projects we saw. Now, the first thing is Polygon held up much stronger than many other projects, right? I mean, if we take the measured move from where we're at now, we can see from the high there where we were at, we've taken a fall of 41%. So not hugely off when we've seen some coins, which we're just looking at its 0% Fibonacci level. This is hugely up from where it was. Now, we need to ask ourselves why. And we know the reason why. The reason this happened was at the detriment of Ethereum, because we know Ethereum is struggling with ETH 2.0. We know they have congestion issues. They need to get ETH 2.0 out. And therefore, we've seen Polygon as a layer 2 solution acting as the transaction layer above the Ethereum network has really benefited from that. And they were able to really take advantage of that in 2021 and run toward the upside. You saw it breaking out from our cup and handle pattern. We met our target on this instance, and we started heading to $2.92 before Bitcoin and the wider market started to fall. This is one of those I expect to recover quite quickly. But the question arises, if ETH 2.0 comes out quickly, would that affect Polygon MATIC? And this question came up by one of our course members, which, by the way, you can join, link below to join our course member live streams. And it was a very good question. We covered a good 5 to 10 minutes on the call just addressing this. And my answer was, look, ETH 2.0 can come out, right? ETH 2.0 can come out and do a good job. There's no reason it couldn't. But what is more important is how quickly does it come out? And when it does come out, how do they change the behavior across? And my feeling is, I think, first of all, ETH 2.0 is still a while away. Just from experience of how Ethereum have been trying to push out updates, I still think it's a little while away. And I think there'll be bugs along the way, which naturally they're going to evolve. So it's not like Polygon need to figure something out soon. I still think they can have another move to the upside well before ETH 2.0 is well embedded and doing a good job. Secondly, even if ETH 2.0 has a successful launch, I can still see a place for other solid layer 1 solutions and layer 2 solutions such as Polygon, particularly Polygon, because they have the first mover advantage and they're the best one in the space. If you're a weaker layer 2 solution without that much traction, maybe you're going to feel the pinch a little bit if Ethereum sorted out their congestion issues. But something like Polygon MATIC is so well ingrained, they've made such good acquisitions in the space that they're here to stay and they're a big project. So for me, I fully expect them to get to all-time highs at 292 very quickly as Bitcoin starts to roar. And more importantly, I see the golden ratio at $4.35 here on MATIC. So that's the target I'm looking at for here on MATIC. That gives you, if we do the math, we can go 435 and we're currently at 172 at the time of recording. That's a 2.5x on MATIC, and even that I think we can well surpass that and move to the upside in a hyped environment where Ethereum is increasing, ETH 2.0 comes out, Bitcoin is breaking through 100,000. In that kind of scenario, I can easily see a 5 to 10x on Polygon MATIC in my portfolio. Well, so as you can see, guys, I've got these solid projects in my portfolio. You don't see a whole bunch of small cap meme coins. These are 3 solid projects which act as the anchoring in my portfolio. These types of projects, I mean, I have, we need to cover this off because, again, it came up in our member live streams, but we can talk about Phantom, we can talk about smaller cap projects, but the majority of my portfolio will sit in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Polygon, MATIC, ChainLink. I'm using big caps to anchor my portfolio such that if I want to take a risk on a Phantom or a smaller cap project, which is 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion in market cap, then I'm okay. But the crazy thing is when I meet people in crypto and they DM me all the time, right? Oh, I've got all my net worth in a $500 million market cap project. I think they're insane. Yes, I like to be a degen at times. Yes, I like to take risks in some smaller market cap coins. But one, I won't make YouTube videos about these tiny market cap projects because they can just go south quick and you get left holding the bag, right? And I don't want to put you guys in that position. But those projects are a small part of my portfolio that if I lost that 1 or 2% of my portfolio, I'm not going to be crying. I'm going to be just fine because my Bitcoin's going to be fine. My Ethereum's going to be fine. My Solana, my ADA, my all the high big cap plays are all in the right position and they're in the right allocation. So guys, it may not be fun. It may sound boring, but that is the way to allocate your portfolio. Those were my price targets on Polygon, MATIC, and DOT. As always, I'm holding these. Unless something fundamentally changes on these projects, I'm holding them. Like with any projects, you have the lifestyle of a project which gives you concerns at times. I held Tesla for a long time. I held Amazon stock for time, right? You have those moments where you want to sell there. You have those moments where you're like, oh, the company is not doing what I think, or the crypto project is not doing what I think, but it's okay. As long as it doesn't break your red lines, which are your fundamentals, say, if this project does this, I'm selling, then you're good. You just got to ride those waves. You'll have plus times, you have bad times, you have good times, and eventually you just need to believe and have conviction in the project that when things are booming, they're going to boom too. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, smash up the like button and subscribe. If you like my perspectives, consider joining my member-only live streams. Links in the description to Discord, where you'll find out more about that. What I'm going to do at the end of this video is I'm going to link you up to my price target videos from before on Polygon, ChainLink, and MATIC. It'll be good if you go watch those as well, just so you can see how my conviction continues to stay through time, through turbulence, and how I just try to block out the noise. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash up the likes and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.